Mr. Paronkai, yes.
Monsieur, je vous parle en français parce que c'est la...
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll speak in French because it's the language of human rights. And I'm going to talk about human rights. Now, since 2007, I have to bitterly recognise that there's been an incomplete or incorrect response from the German authorities, and also that's as regards the Human Rights Council of the United Nations. I've got the response here that shows the day-to-day reality of all the petitioners, all of the victims here of the Jugendamt and family services in Germany. Now, they say that they have acted in accordance with the law, but which law? Now, the Jugendamt has the right legally to lie to family courts, even though they should be heard by those courts. It's exempted from the right for certain procedures. Now, they can be exempted for the right to have certain expertise, the psychiatric expertise and so on as regards the health of the child. They can also have court rulings changed just by refusing to respect them. And also, we can find it hard to check the actions of the Jugendamt in courts. It's not the case that we can do that, and there are lots of regular breaches. It's hard to put forward legal complaints if guardianship and custody has been withdrawn. It's really hard to pin down the Jugendamt, and when we have done that, they haven't expressed as agents of an official authority, but instead they have talked about personal positions, so you can't really get hold of them at all. And there's also the time factor. It's not rare for such proceedings to last 10 years or more. Of course, your children become alienated. You can't recover the ties with your children. It's a vicious circle. And their visiting rights aren't respected, and that of course accentuates the alienation, which justifies the lack of visiting rights in the first place. Now, once you do find the means to complain and ask for damages from the Jugendamt, then of course they will come at you with financial measures. There are more, it's not always divorces, there are lots of intact families who are suffering this fate as well. We've got lots of examples that you can see on the internet, and it's not just by national parents, it's also cases where both parents are German. We can see that children are taken away from their parents. There are absurd grounds which are used if the worker from the Jugendamt goes to visit the family and doesn't like the furniture. Now, at the start of we were wondering what the Commission, the Parliament, the EU could do, because we're talking about national laws apparently. But I would say that human rights are universal. You can't have German human rights, French human rights, Italian human rights. They're universal rights. The German Constitutional Court is refusing this in 90% of cases. They're not accepting the decisions, the rulings. It's not a yes or no. They just don't even deal with it. And we can also see that there's a lack of respect for the treaties of the EU. They're not putting certain issues to the Court of Justice of the EU. Of course, things can't be referred to this court by individuals, but it has to be the courts that do that, and the Constitutional Court has to do that for all things concerning this. And so we don't have any resort, because it's only you that can take that path. We think that even if it's Germany, we need to have infringement procedures against Germany because they are violating European treaties. And to conclude, I'd like to apologise to all of those parents who are suffering this fate. I am a victim like you, even if I may be German, but I'd like to apologise to you all.